If you want to lose body fat and get rid of that belly that's hanging over your belt buckle, and you want to do it in a way that's efficient and a way that doesn't require tons of hours every single week and lots of time on the treadmill or lots of time doing extra cardio, I'm going to show you today how to lose body fat efficiently and effectively using primarily strength training as your main form of exercise. Okay, so look, there are a lot of opinions on the internet about whether or not cardio is good or bad for fat loss, whether or not it's necessary. But the truth of the matter is that not all cardio is created equal, and cardio in general is not always necessary for fat loss. So today I'm going to walk you through the process of how to lose body fat primarily with strength training without needing to do tons of cardio in order to see your six-pack or fit into the old pair of pants again. My name is JC Dean. Welcome to a no BS approach to looking great naked. This is where I share the truth on what it takes to get into shape, and I'll give you the exact steps on what it takes to reach your fitness goals. So here's what you need to know in a nutshell, and I'm going to break this down in a second. But if you can stick to a good strength training program 3 to 4 days per week, and you can monitor your diet in a way that helps you lose body fat and it's predictable and you know what you're eating and consuming on a consistent basis and you keep your diet in check, you won't have to do lots of cardio. You won't have to suffer through long sessions on the treadmill or on the stair stepper. And what's more important is, since your main goal is body fat loss and muscle retention, you're going to be able to recover from your training much more easier than you were if you did 3 or 4 hours of extra cardio per week. The first thing you need to know is that weight training should take your primary focus in terms of exercise. And more specifically, your weight training should be comprised mostly of heavy compound movements. What that means is squats, presses, pulls, chin-ups, rows. All of those different movements are going to give you the most bang for your buck in the gym. That way you only need to spend 30 to 45 minutes per session in the gym working the big muscle groups, and then I tend to have people do a couple sets of curls or leg curls or tricep extensions to finish off their workout. But mostly you need to focus on getting strong and staying strong on the compound movements as your primary mode of exercise. And when you do this correctly, you're not going to need any extra cardio because most of your body's recovery capacity is going to go towards repairing your muscles for your next training session. And this leads me to point number 2. You want to place a high priority on recovery. Now, if you're doing lots of cardio in the week that is draining your ability to recover, you're not going to be able to go into the gym and make progress like you want to. And if you're not making progress in the gym, you're probably not going to be having much fun. You're probably going to look at your workouts as more of a drag rather than an opportunity to improve yourself and get better. And you are more susceptible to injuring yourself if you're not able to fully recover from session to session. So you want to make sure that you're getting good enough sleep, making sure that you're taking care of yourself and resting adequately. That's why I usually only recommend 3 to 4 days of weight training per week, and make sure that you're resting and getting enough sleep on the rest of the days per week, and obviously getting enough sleep every night is important as well. And lastly, I want to make sure that you're putting in enough effort with your diet. So the old saying goes, you can't out-train a bad diet. What that basically means is you can do all the exercises in the world, you can push yourself, you can do tons of cardio and tons of weightlifting, but if you're not managing your diet and you're not eating in a caloric deficit and getting enough protein, carbohydrates, and fat for repair and recovery, but not so much that you don't lose weight, you're not going to make progress with your fat loss goals. It's plain and simple. That's what it comes down to. So make sure that while your weight training is in check, that you are also eating in a way that allows you to lose body fat slowly and steadily. Keep these points in mind. When you're training to lose body fat, the most important thing is that you're training with weights, with resistance, 3 to 4 times per week, and you're doing it in a way using compound movements that allows you to make progress from workout to workout. And then you want to also remember that cardio itself is not necessary, and it can also lead to burnout, and it can also lead to recovery issues if you try to do excessive amounts of cardio on the days off or on top of your weight training. If you want to move around a little more and get a little extra calorie burn, I think brisk walking on your days off for 30 or 40 minutes is perfectly fine, but I would not go into the mode of trying to burn a ton of calories by doing traditional cardio, because ultimately when you are dieting to lose body fat, your body's ability to recover is not as good as it would be if you were eating more food. So keep in mind as well that your diet has to be on point. If you are not following a diet that is getting enough carbs, protein, and fat and putting into a caloric deficit, you're not going to lose body fat as well. Let me know what you think of this video in the comments. Are you doing too much cardio? Are you having a hard time losing body fat even though you're weight training 3 or 4 times per week? Let me know any questions you have. I'll be glad to answer them. And thanks again for watching. I'll see you on the next one.